Welcome. Hopefully this is helpful to you. Today we're going to talk about foundational support for fertility health over the age of 35, or when you've been told that you're aging or perhaps advanced maternal age, a term that I really don't like but that is used pretty frequently. So I'm going to go there and we're going to talk about some foundational things, easy things that hopefully anyone can begin doing. So if you don't know about our websites, naturalfertilityshop.com and naturalfertilityinfo.com, you now do, and you should go there and check them out. We have a variety of different articles post weekly, actually two to three new articles and videos post weekly on naturalfertilityinfo.com. That's our informational website. Everything there is free to you. You can read and read and read and read and read for a long time. And we have a different publishing focus every month. So you may not know that, but April's publishing focus is fertility for those who are over the age of 35, or supporting fertility for those who are over the age of 35 or aging. So that's where this topic came from. My colleague, herbalist Sarah Abernathy, and I write for the site, and of course do publish videos, and we also have our site's founder Heather on board as well. So we know that in the world of fertility health, that as we age, as women age, in men too actually, we're learning that our fertility begins to decline. That is actually the natural process every woman goes through, and so do her eggs. And while that can feel disheartening, as a lot of you and a lot of us wait to try to conceive until we've established a career, or for whatever reason, there are some things that you can still do regularly to hopefully boost your chances of conception, keep your reproductive system healthy, energy levels high, libido going, things like that. We cannot do things that are going to prevent perimenopause and menopause from happening. They are going to happen to every woman who is alive. That is just the natural way of life, of progressing through our fertile lives as females. But like I said, there are several things to consider while you make your way to that point in life, whenever that is for you. It's a different time for every woman. So these things you've probably heard before, but I'm going to reiterate them because as you age, as we age, men and women age, and you still want to try to be fertile and try to conceive naturally, or even if you are preparing for a medical fertility procedure, these things are foundational. They need to be in place. So first, your diet is key, and particularly for egg and sperm health. There are lots of nutrients that you get through a whole food diet that boost our cells' health. We know this. We are what we eat. That is true. It's proven. Your health can be optimal and soar and be wonderful if you're feeding your body the right things. Antioxidants in particular are incredibly important for egg and sperm health. As we age as women, our eggs age with us. We are born with all the eggs we're going to have our whole life. And so at 35, all the remaining eggs in our ovaries are also 35. And they've been exposed to all the toxins and things that we've been exposed to throughout our life. So it's really important to feed the body things that can, in turn, be fed to the eggs and support cellular health and the health of our DNA. So think in terms of whole foods, the colors of the rainbow. Eat the colors of the rainbow. Choose lots of different foods, dark green leafy veggies, fruits. You can have protein that's animal protein. That is not a restriction on the fertility diet, but certainly limit those and make sure they're clean sources of protein. But vary your diet. Eat lots of different things, and they're all out there. Think about antioxidant supplements, particularly ubiquinol or some sort of antioxidant blend. The Natural Fertility Shop sells Fertilica Choice antioxidants. That's an antioxidant blend. But those things are quote unquote like insurance for a fertility diet and can help maintain high antioxidant levels and support sperm and egg health. Consider a fertility cleanse. That would be another step. Some of you here may have done a fertility cleanse. Others of you may not have, or decided to skip it because you're fearing that you're running out of time. It is a 1-month process. We don't suggest trying to conceive while using the fertility cleanse or completing one, but it is a really great way to help boost the body, kind of rejuvenate the body, the liver and the uterus, particularly for women, but the liver and the male reproductive system for men. Sets the foundation for all of the other things that you do to work better for you. Cleansing has, we've heard, helped women decrease PMS, increase libido and energy levels. It has the potential to help the cycle begin to show regularity if your cycle is a little bit off. Not because of that natural aging process, but because of hormonal imbalance or stress or your poor diet or you're not exercising enough, things like that. But cleansing can be a really important step in the process. For women, it's very important at this point in the journey, if you haven't already begun, to start charting your cycle or tracking your cycle. You need to know your cycle very intimately. From when it starts to when the next one starts to when your fertile window is. That in particular is the most important. You want to know when your fertile window is, especially your exact day of ovulation, so that you're not missing a chance to conceive each month. I can't say for sure that you will conceive just because you know the day you ovulate, but if you know, you can be actively trying to conceive the days prior to that and the day of for certain. We often hear, I think I ovulate. That exact phrase, I think I ovulate about this day in my cycle. Well, that's great. That means you're paying some attention. When you are 35 and older, you need to know exactly when you ovulate. And there are many things to help you do that. Charting your basal body temperature is the tried and true way, but there are various apps for mobile devices, ovulation predicting kits. You can learn to feel your cervical position. You can learn to observe cervical mucus and your libido, and there's any sort of feelings of fullness down there, and all sorts of things. There are a variety of tools. Again, charting your basal body temperature is the exact way to pinpoint ovulation, but you've got to do what works for you, and for some that just isn't feasible and doesn't work really well. So women, chart, track your cycle, see it on a calendar, get to know when your fertile window is, particularly that exact day of ovulation. And then also for women, we can't forget about the uterus and loving your uterus and uterine support. We know that our eggs age, and oftentimes the focus is egg health, but you want to make sure that your uterus is healthy too, because that's going to be your future child's home for 9 months, and you want to be strong so that pregnancy is healthy and birth goes as well as possible, and that so recovery after happens as easily as it can as well. So there are many ways to support uterine health. It's not always about taking something, taking an herb or a supplement. And this is where natural therapies really come into play. Things like self-fertility massage or fertility massage with a specialist that you go see is awesome, wonderful to do. Acupuncture can be helpful. Castor oil kits are fantastic for uterine health. But there are some herbs too. Red raspberry leaf is probably the #1 uterine tonic herb out there. It's highly nutritious. It's super simple. It's something that can even be used later in pregnancy, postpartum. So think about or learn about red raspberry leaf. Red clover perhaps. What else? Off the top of my head. I've created a do-it-yourself uterine strengthening tea if you feel like your uterus is weak or you need some uterine tone support. Again, that's a DIY uterus strength tea, and it's on naturalfertilityinfo.com. It does contain red raspberry leaf. Utericalm. If you are a woman who experiences uterine cramping or pain during your period, if, at any point really, even ovulation pain, Utericalm is a blend made by our brand Fertilica. That would be something to learn about. It's amazing and can be used or can be helpful in the moment. It's not necessarily something that needs to be taken long term, although it can be in preparation for IVF or in preparation for, before you try to conceive. It is something that does work in the moment. So, for example, if all of a sudden you're feeling a twinge mid-cycle and you're like, I wonder if this is ovulation, and it's not comfortable, Utericalm could be something to have on hand to help you through that time, even though it's a good thing that there's a little twinge. It's showing you're ovulating. And then I haven't forgotten about the men. Men, it's important for you as you age to work to support your sperm health and fertility health as well, particularly because you're on this journey with your partner and your wife. And why not do all that you can too? Diet is important, so you know, the two of you can cook and eat together. There's a lot of the same foods that are supportive of both male and female cellular health and fertility. Antioxidants are important. Ubiquinol can be important. And then also consider supporting male fertility health, libido, hormonal balance, and sperm health. Things like tribulus and maca and American ginseng are all known to be particularly supportive of men. Saw palmetto would be another one to learn about. All of those things. We've got all information, a lot more information about those herbs on naturalfertilityinfo.com if you're interested in something. Maca and tribulus can be used, actually, all the herbs I just said can be used by women too. So if you're interested in learning about those, head over to our website to those informational articles to learn some more. What else? I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to share about foundational things to do to be supporting your fertility as you continue to think about your path forward if you're over the age of 35 and wanting to conceive. I'm not saying that everyone 35 and older is going to have a problem or going to need to be super duper duper focused on all of these things, but it's really good foundationally to think about diet and lifestyle and supportive natural therapies as you move forward, particularly if you're struggling or if you've had a lifestyle habit that you know that could have been a little bit detrimental to your cellular health, like you've smoked but you've quit, or you were overweight and lost weight, or your diet wasn't very clean. Most people don't consider the standard American diet very healthy. So if you've been eating that way for a long time and you've begun to make the switch, that's fantastic. So now, learning about the fertility diet and taking supplements to ensure that you're helping your body as best as you can is going to be helpful. Yeah, I think that's about all I had to say about foundational support. Oh, I should say, this is really important too, that if you are over the age of 35, you're in your 40s, you're still wanting to conceive naturally, or you've been diagnosed with a fertility health issue. You know you have endometriosis, uterine fibroids, you deal with ovarian cysts frequently, your cycle is irregular, it's not coming at the same time, you have azoospermia or erectile dysfunction in terms of male fertility. You're going to need to also work to address those issues, those known fertility health issues. And there are many ways to do that. Everything I said here in this video is still foundational, but there might be other things you'll want to consider instead if you know you have a fertility health issue that's standing in your way. If you're one of those people and you don't know where to go, and beyond what I've told you because you've already started here, you don't know what to do, we offer fertility consultations, so you can come to us. You're welcome to email us and we'll get you information, we'll send you to our guides and try to help you educate yourself. But if you want help in creating a program to benefit your fertility, we have consultations and our herbalists on staff will certainly help you with that. And we can get you information on how to get started in that program if that interests you too. So know that we're here for you. Know that just because you're 35 does not mean that you cannot get pregnant. Try to stay positive. If your doctor's not giving you hope, seek hope out there. There are a lot of support groups. We're here for you. There's a lot of information about how you can be proactive and what you can do, because we know that doctors sometimes say there's not a lot you can do, but there is. You have your complete control, your diet and your lifestyle, and that certainly is a place to start. And we've had so many women share with us that they've had super positive changes, and we have also worked with women who've conceived, whether through medical procedures or naturally, in their 40s. So start making changes that you can and know that there are ways to support yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. All right. I hope you don't hear my dogs howling. If you joined last week, you got to meet 2 of them. But now they're in the other room howling. I swear, it's a little bit of a zoo around here sometimes. All right. I need to close with that today because, like I said, I have a meeting. But thank you for joining. I really appreciate all of you being here and those of you who commented. And I'll be back next week with something else. All right. Have a great weekend. See you later. Bye.